Hello, welcome back to the GorillaBiker. It's been a busy few days here at the Gorilla Cavern. Yeah, we'll say cavern. Basically, I am due to travel to Wales on Friday, and the plan was to bring the CBF, which is behind me. Now it has just manifested the symptoms of a dead stator, so we're going to have a look at that today. Other things that were going on is, when that happened, I suppose, we'll start from the start. I went for a spin to do some photo rally points with Grumpy Bike Wizard, which was a great day out. I'll put some clips up of that in a minute. We'll mystique back to then, and you'll be able to see that video. And then on Sunday, I had a track day with the Jigsaw, which is back there, and that was fantastic. Jigsaw ran like a dream and feels great now, thanks to the work the Motomax suspension has done on the suspension. And all of the carbs and stuff that I have done over winter and stuff, just getting everything that little bit more right, and it ran perfectly, so very happy with that. But on the way home from the photo rally, the CBF died. Now, I've just charged up the battery, the bike starts and runs again. I don't think it's the regulator rectifier. I'm going to check the plugs there for that, and hopefully that's not burnt out. I might change both the regulator rectifier and the stator just to be on the safe side, because I am, like I said, going to Wales on Friday. If I can't get the parts by Friday, then I'm going to have to take the Aprilia, which would be less good because it doesn't have the lovely top box and stuff that obviously the CBF has. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to transport you back in time, and you can watch some of the bits of the Irish photo rally that myself and Grumpy Bike Wizard did before calamity struck. And afterwards you can morph back to here to see us have a look at this stator. I imagine it's going to be not good, and we'll see. Anyway, enjoy the transportation back in time. And we are doing some photo rallies here with Grumpy Bike Wizard, who you can't see. I'm sorry, you're not allowed, it's illegal. That's one of the things we were at. I'll put the name on the screen later when I check the Irish photo rally website, because I haven't a clue. Do you remember? Connolly's Folly, point number 9 on the Irish photo rally, and I think it's really cool. A bit, to be honest. We turned up and it looks kind of like, you know, a death camp with all the railings and whatever else. Not that I've ever been to a death camp. Actually, I have. I've been to Auschwitz, so I lie. But yeah, it's still really cool. So there you go. And now we're going to go do spins on the road to another one, which hopefully won't look as death campy. Yeah. So myself and Grumpy Bike Wizard, who is over there, but you're not allowed to see his face because it's far too beautiful for you to lay your eyes upon. You'd shit your pants is what he said. We're here at this chapel, which was built in 1848, which is really old. It's the last of our 3 photo rallies today. I don't know, you'll see photos of the second one. My cameras had died by the time we got there, I think. Yeah. No, I turned off 360, the other 2 died. Anyway. So this is it. It's one of the photo rally points. Apologies if you hear wind, but it is windy, so not much I can do about it. And like I said, this was originally built in 1848, which is mad. I don't think this fella built it because he's far younger than it. But his name is Reverend Charles D. Morris. Which I find interesting is he died in Wonju in South Korea in 1927. It wouldn't have been easy to get there back then. The tablet records his dedication to and deep love for the people he served. So for starters, what I've done is I've just wanted to check the blocks on the regular rectifier, which are here. Okay, they're just behind this. Now you probably don't need to go to the extent I did. I actually had it so that I could remove it all if I needed. But none of these look melted in there, which is kind of what you want to check. Now obviously, is that precise? No. I might still not charge the battery. Maybe the regulator rectifier is dead. I might order a spare one just in case when I start up the bike it doesn't work. We'll see. We'll see. But now what we're going to do is open up the stator. But basically none of those plugs look melted, which is good. There's not really a way to check the regulator rectifier without a stator working, because that I know of, and I'm no expert. I'm not an expert. But by the time this video comes out, I will have already ordered everything anyway. So worry not. Having a spare part is fine by me anyway. I can always resell it if I need to. What we're going to do now is take off the fairing lowers and open up that stator to have a look. There is a way to check with the plugs, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be this. So what I'm going to do is pop off the fairing lowers, and then we'll talk through the bolts I'm going to take off, and I'll whip them off camera, and then we'll have a look. And I imagine we're going to find a very, very burnt stator. Okay, and by the way, I'll talk you through removing the side cover later. There's one more screw I haven't taken out under here. Other than that, it's this screw, this one here, 2 up here. I'll have to remove this whole frame, which is just 2 more screws over there. And then there's one like bolt right there that you take out, and then that side panel comes off, because when I'll have to take out the plug anyway. But to remove the stator cover with the stator in it, you take out all these bolts here, which are 8mm. And then the best way I can see to remove this is there's these little pry points here. See them here? Right there. So I'm going to push that using a pry here. I'll try show you what I'm going to do, but I won't be able to actually record doing it, I would say. 1 second. I'll have to get a better prying tool that's quite strongly on there, whoever sealed it up last. Whether it was from Honda factory or not, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll get this off, and then we'll talk about more stuff when I have it off. Oh, oh no. Okay, so yeah, I think it's pretty bloody clear what failed. So all this black stuff here is absolutely cooked stator. That should not be black. It should look like the rest of this here. So we know what failed on the CBF, and to be honest, the changing of this is basically done. I'm going to see, can I get a new flywheel as well? You should really change these together. So that's what I'm going to try do. We'll try change the 2 of them together. The reason that was so hard to pull off is because it is magnetic, so it's quite an oomph to get off. And there seems to have been very little gasket sealer on here, but anyway. So basically, it's quite easy to change this. It's just these 4 bolts here. So I'm going to pop this one off and have it off and ready to do if I get the new one. And I'm going to look into, do I absolutely have to change the flywheel? I'm pretty certain I do. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be ready for Wales on this bike. All I'm going to do now, oh my poor knees, is actually remove that, which is just, like I said, the 4 bolts here. Focus. The 4 bolts here. Then you want to remove the plug up here, just in there, and you're good to go. So that's what I'll do. So that's the side panel off. Like I said, there's one little screw down here. It goes in right there. It's actually a little pop screw thing that I accidentally broke, so I'll have to replace that. You need to take off your rear rack if you have the GT with these 4 bolts here. 2 of which were quite rusty, so I'm going to clean those up too. And then pop off this clip here. Is just a screwdriver, opens that one and releases it. And you can also open this. You don't need to cut that cable tie, it's one of the ones that you can open. And then it's the cable with the 3 yellow wires that you want to remove. So that should just be down here. It's a little push clip. Okay, I'm going to need my 2 hands to do that, apologies. But then once that's open, you can just remove your old stator and you're ready to refit your new one. And then hopefully my regulator rectifier is okay. Only time will tell. So that is it. That's my very burnt stator. The plugs to the regulator rectifier look okay, which generally means the regulator rectifier is okay. If it didn't cook those as well. So I'm really hoping that is good. So I don't know, is this an original part? I haven't a clue, but I'm going to contact Freeman's in the morning and see how fast they can get me a new flywheel and stator. So the little port that this rubber guy sits into, I've just covered with tape, and I've put back on the actual cover just to keep everything as clean as possible. But yep, that's it. Now the thing is, I want to cover here, right? Okay, because I knew I knew as soon as this happened that some people were gonna freak out. But the thing is, a lot of people have asked me, are you not worried about the Stator failing, or you're not worried about this, that, or the other? It's failed, but I mean, I've done 15,000 miles on the bike since I had it, and like 15,000 miles to have one failure like this, which realistically, if I had the part here, it would be 1 hour's work to change everything, because the GT model I do have to remove quite a few screws to get that side panel off. Honestly, that's the most of the work, is getting the side panel off. Everything else is quite straightforward. So, does it bother me? No. I mean, it's a slight annoyance, but it's no worse than any other kind of wear component failing. And the thing about this is it is a wear component. You know what I mean? It is. So yeah, that's it really. It's quite simple to take out. You have those 8mm bolts down on the cover. It's very easy to get to this plug. You just need to take off that side cover, which is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts and a little plastic pop rivet, which I do have replacements for, because generally they do break once they're of a certain age, so I do kind of have a pack of them there somewhere. So that's okay too. It's really not a big deal, and I don't want this to put people off from getting this bike or any other bike that has these problems. Honda's known for this issue, okay? But Honda's also known for being bulletproof everywhere else. And in fairness, I mean, the CBF in 15,000 miles has had one failed wheel bearing, which realistically, could I have caught it? Maybe. Did I not check it well enough? Who knows? And a single stator. So, I mean, yeah, stators are a slightly pricier part, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's really not a big thing. I will, of course, do a video refitting it and doing a few checks when it's actually refitted. You can check these in situ. You don't need to open up the cover to actually look at it to check. You can check them with a multimeter by measuring the resistance resistance in ohms between the plugs. It should be between 0.1 and 1. Or you can actually check for continuity. There should not be continuity between these and the ground, so that's another way to check it. I didn't bother doing that. I was fairly certain of the failure method, so I said I'd just open it up and have a look, and there she blows. Pretty bad. It's quite cooked. I mean, look at that for cookedness. It's toasty. If you were, barbecuing, that'd be a pro barbecuer. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coils. The 5 little coil points are just cooked. But hey ho, that's how it goes. That's the thing we take with bikes. Sometimes things fail, and it is a consumable item, same as bearings, same as all that. So it's just one of those things that you need to keep an eye on. Obviously, you don't need to break down on the side of the road like I did. You can fit a voltage monitor, and you'll be able to know is your regulator rectifier failing, or has your stator failed as your battery drops in voltage. I've charged up my battery, like I said, and that seems to be absolutely fine. The regulator rectifier is hopefully fine. I might order one anyway, just so I can definitely bring this bike to Wales. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of it. Well, not kind of it, that is it. If you have any more things you'd like to see, do let me know. I'll just do a quick run through in a second of all the bolts. If you want to see everything, just hold on to the very end of the video, and I'll run through everything you do have to remove to get access. But really and truly, please don't be worried about this. It is genuinely it's a grand job to do. So don't panic. You can do it. Your bike will be fine. Don't be put off buying a CBF because of one dodgy part, which, I mean, yeah, Honda, come on, sort it out, you know what I mean? I think they have sorted it out in more modern bikes, but the fact that this was a problem for so long is kind of poor. But anyway, such is life. If you've watched, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, or if you found it helpful, please do let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. And yeah, until next time, a very special thank you as always to all of my patrons. I know some of you have CBFs, so don't worry if this is something that happens to you. It is an easy fix. It's just slightly expensive. But yeah, I do appreciate all of your support as always, so thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, thank you again for watching. Adios. Now, before I do the outro, crew, let's run through those bolts. Whoop. Camera moving noises. So like I said, oh me poor knees. You want to remove these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts on this cover. You need to pry it. To be honest, where I would pry it from is you can get something against this, and these, you see these little pry points here with the dot right there. That's what you pry against. So there are a couple of them marked, and there's my tape covering that hole. And then you can pry that off. Just be careful not to get your fingers caught, because it is magnetic and will try snatch back on you. So do be careful. Don't break your fingers on my account, please. Then there's a little guy here, little holder. The cable runs up through there. The cable is then cable tied up here, which I will obviously put back right there when I'm finished. And then there's the plug. So the plug sits under the side cover, which if you don't have a GT model will be really easy to take out. If you do have a GT model, you have a bolt and a spacer here, another bolt here, which is what all of them have. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts over there, the little bolt that goes under here, and then you can take the whole plastic piece out. It does kind of half clip into this panel back here, so just be careful not to break it. And that's it. Then you just plug it out, you plug in the new one, and you're good to go. And this is the connection. If this is absolutely melted, or this one is absolutely melted, you probably have cooked your regulator rectifier, but they're both okay, and my battery is holding the charge, so I think that's okay too. And that's it. So yeah, the CBF is going to remain in this condition until I get the new bits in, so that I can fit them up really quickly, hopefully put the bike back together Thursday night and head to Wales on Friday. Wish me luck. Outro crew. Do you have tank bags? Because I have to say, this is my SW Motex first tank bag I ever bought myself. It's a tank mount one. And since then, Grumpy Bike Wizard got a SW Motex Pro bag, which looks the business. It's the Yukon waterproof one. And I have to say, it's something that I will be looking at in future, because it's very, very nice. This is good. This is definitely good, but his one is mint. So let me know, have you had tank bags and do you like them? I did get the ring for this bag for the Aprilia, but I haven't actually used it on it yet, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, Outro crew. I do appreciate you watching all the way to the end. You're legends. Bye.